So one of the biggest questions people are constantly asking us is, Taimour, there's a lot of identity theft, fraud in the alternative funding industry. What are you doing to protect yourself and your clients from fraud or things like that ever happening? The truth is, there's been a lot of people trying to commit to trying to pretend to be me or All Funds Global on websites, emails, trying to pretend to be, or taking my picture offline and kind of trying to be on, I don't know, various applications or platforms to try to take people's monies out. So what we did was we decided to make sure that all transactions with our clients are ultra safe by working with reputable law firms and making sure we never, ever, ever take any kind of fees from the clients up front, and only get paid on success and only get paid through reputable law firms. I've got a video for you to watch. You've got to watch this.
Good evening, and welcome to the Taimour Zaman Personal Reference Testimonial. My name is Gary Farb. I'm a barrister and solicitor in good standing with the Law Society of Ontario since 1978, and my law firm is Clark, Farb, Fixel, LLP. We have a website if you want to find out more about us. But my intention tonight is to speak to you about Taimour Zaman. He is an established and well-known businessman that I've been dealing with for well over 6 years, maybe 7.
My name is Eli Karp. I'm a lawyer in Toronto, Ontario. I'm making this video on behalf of Taimour Zaman and All Funds Global Limited. It has come to my attention and to the attention of All Funds Global that some person or persons have been impersonating Taimour and or All Funds Global and asking clients to send them funds as if they were Taimour or All Funds Global.
The reason for this video is because there are a number of people out there pretending to be Taimour Zaman and passing themselves off as Taimour Zaman, and they're frauds.
All clients should be aware that Taimour Zaman and Alt Funds Global will never ask clients to send Alt Funds Global or Taimour funds directly. All funds received by Alt Funds Global are always received CO, a reputable law firm in Toronto, Ontario. I act for Taimour Zaman or some of his incorporated companies, and Gary Farb's law firm also acts for Taimour Zaman and some of his incorporated companies.
And it really bothers me that investors and the public like you are being taken in by them. I'm doing this video and this testimonial to try and correct the record on that. Why would you want to deal with Taimour Zaman? First of all, you can look him up on YouTube. He has numerous videos in which he publicly shares his knowledge of banking and investment in private placement programs. And there are lots of people out there who can do that, although most of them are frauds as far as I can tell, given my experience. But you want to deal with someone like Taimour because he is a man of integrity. And when I say integrity, I want you to understand what that means. In dealing with Taimour, you will discover nothing hidden, that when he speaks to you, he's being truthful and honest, that he does complete work, working from a rigorous and thorough methodology, and doing very well what he does, doing it as it was meant to be done or better and without cutting corners. In other words, he honors his word to you, doing what he knows to do, doing what he said he would do and on time, doing what you could expect him to do, even if he hasn't said he would do it, and saying when he is not doing this, as soon as he realizes he won't be doing it or won't be doing it on time.
I have acted for Taimour and his associated companies for a number of years, and I've always found him to have the highest level of personal integrity in everything that he does.
The reason I'm involved is because nothing happens with your funds or your investments unless it goes through my law firm or another law firm of equal reputation.
If you get an email from someone purporting to be Taimour Zaman and or All Funds Global, and the funds are to be sent to an account that is not a law firm, that email is not from Taimour Zaman or All Funds Global.
We've been around since 1978, and that's a lot of years, over 45 years at this point. My expectation is that if you deal with Taimour Zaman, you too will have your own lawyer and the lawyers will vet all the documents that you enter into. And if I'm not satisfied with them, I won't do the deal. And if your lawyer is not satisfied with them, hopefully he or she won't let you do the deal. So if anyone approaches you representing themselves as Taimour Zaman, one, go to YouTube, find Taimour Zaman so you know what it looks like. Two, insist that this person have a Zoom or other video conferencing meeting with you so you can verify their identity. Three, pass your name to me for verification as to any email addresses that you may be given. I've seen all kinds of phony email addresses with different spellings of Taimour Zaman, some with the same spelling. I know which ones are being used, and you can always run it through me to make sure you have the right Taimour Zaman.
If you have any questions about Taimour or Alt Funds Global, and you need a reference point on any of those individuals, you can call me at 416-769-4107, extension 1.
So Julia, you're an attorney and you're using our organization as one of your preferred partners. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and why you're choosing us?
Perfect, yes. Well, I'm an attorney in Brazil, and I'm currently living in Italy, and I have business in Brazil and in Portugal. And I decided to choose your company because of the reputation that I've seen it, right? I made a kind of a due diligence myself. So that's why I came to you, and I decided to work with you because I think that the process is very, how can I say, is trustworthy, right? It's something that we touch basically with our hands. So as being a lawyer, so we need documents, we need things, we need to see things. And I could see a lot of things, even in the website and YouTube, and all the information that you send is very, very clear. So that's why I decided to contact you.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Love to have you on board. And
thank you very much.
Thank you for your time and listening to this very short video. Happy investing wherever you go, and good evening.
Hi friends, and I want to take a minute and answer some of your frequently asked questions. The first question is, Taimour, we love a lot of the content you're producing, we're certainly learning a lot. Is there a way that we can work a little bit closer with your organization and learn a little bit more? So the answer to that is we have 4 ways where you can work a little bit closer with us. The first easier way is buy a copy of our book, Hypergrowth, How to Connect with Customers in New Ways. The second way is that if you're working on a project that requires project financing and you're looking for consultation around that, strategies from a proven provider, you can book a consultation call. The third one is if you want to join one of our mastermind groups. Our brokers go through a mastermind group with our directors of partnerships. I run a mastermind group on how to become a bank first. And finally, one of my favorite programs is offering trusted advisory services. Primarily these are for businesses that don't have a CFO or their CFO doesn't have real international banking relationships. They're looking for experts like us to be parachuted for about 6 months, 4 months, to look at their assets, look at their strategy, bring in some bank relationships, some product services that could exponentially increase the profitability and the growth of the company. And you can access all of that through the trusted advisory services. If you're interested in things like that, feel free to book a consultation call with me, and I'm happy to help you. Taimour, you're passionate about a mastermind group on why to become a bank first. Why is that so important? Imagine you run a coffee shop and I run a coffee shop. Imagine you buy your coffee beans and your supplies from the same vendor that I buy it from. And imagine my coffee shop is right across your coffee shop. So differentiation is like really pretty much null. If you drank the Kool-Aid called learn how to become a bank first before you become a coffee shop runner or owner, or being a real estate developer, or being a venture capitalist, whatever you do for a living, if you drank the Kool-Aid of becoming a bank first, you will not have issues and the challenges traditional businesses have. Let me give you an example. Allow me to give you an example. You made $500,000 net profit in your coffee shop business. I made $500,000 net profit in my business. Like that. You drank the Quran how to become a bank first. You take your $500,000, you walk into places like Cayman Islands that allows foreigners like you and I to open bank licenses, not bank accounts, not corporate accounts, but you open up bank licenses. Well, in places like Cayman Islands, you and I can deposit money in our bank accounts because necessarily in our bank accounts if you own a bank license. What you have to do is deposit your money in the Central Bank of Cayman Islands. You have to deposit money in the Central Bank of Cayman Islands. And the Central Bank gives your bank a line of credit at 10 times multiples, which means your 500K now turns into $5 million. You take your $5 million and I don't know where you live, in Europe, in Australia, wherever you live in, you go to your bank, your local bank, and you say, hey, I want to grow my coffee business. I need capital for growing it, or I want to buy an auxiliary business, or I want to invest in a new business, or I want to invest in real estate. Here's my business plan. And you know when you want to buy real estate, you put 20% down and the bank gives you a loan for 80%. So guess what you do with your $5 million? You put it down, your $5 million as your deposit, and you get your bank to give you a loan for 80% of the project you're looking for with a $5 million deposit. What that means is that now you get a line of credit for $20 million. So I made $500,000, you made $500,000, and you turned into $20 million. Can you outperform me in advertising? Can you maybe go to the supplier and say, hey, I want to buy bulk coffee beans or whatever the deal is. Give me a discount that you can't give to Taimour because I'm going to be buying it in bulk. And then outwin me on pricing. Can you even at $20 million, even the side business, like invest in real estate or something like that? When you become a bank first, you can, when things like coronavirus happens, the unfortunate event of coronavirus happens, and a lot of these businesses just die, you can outlast that. When the unfortunate Russian invasion of Ukraine happens and inflation goes up and like all these turmoils that happen, you can outlast that all day long because you drank a Kool-Aid called learn how to become a bank first. And that's why I'm very passionate about teaching this. You're not working with amateurs, you're working with experienced professionals who know what they're doing. Next question, I guess, Taimour, you charge a fee for consultation. That's correct, we do. Why do you guys charge a fee for consultation? There's two answers for that. The first answer is that I provide about 40% of my content completely for free on YouTube. That some of the videos attracts millions of viewers, and that leads to about 600 calls a day to us. And a lot of them are junk transactions. It's joker brokers who are shopping around. Is somebody who doesn't have a real transaction. They're tire kickers that are. By charging a consultation fee, we cut all of that out and we talk to people who are serious about doing business with us. The caliber of people we meet are significantly more when we charge a fee compared to when we don't charge a fee. Second reason why I charge a consultation fee is that a lot of times our clients are looking for, hey, if I participate in this program or whatever it is that I'm doing, what are the returns I can get? Well, if you were going to be a joker broker and start providing returns, that's called solicitation. However, if we're charging a fee, the client is legally hiring us, retaining us, and so when you're hiring us as consultants, retain us as consultants for a very small nominal fee, now we are not soliciting anything. Now comes the best part of the whole thing. We actually refund 100% of the fee to the client at the time of a transaction completing. So we refund 100% of the money when a transaction completes. So this way I wouldn't say there's no cost for the call, but I just want to make sure I'm talking to a qualified individual that's ready, willing, and able to do a transaction versus tire kickers. Who's your ideal client and who's not? Our ideal clients are businesses that have cash, that have to have some kind of liquid cash, and or assets like letters of credit, real estate, like that, and the leverage. They're looking for large amount of capital that banks are offering primarily to their Fortune 30, Fortune 50 clients, like that. You're leveraging us because of a volume of transactions we do with banks, our experience, our expertise, our ability to execute, and this new amount of capital allows our clients to get funding that allows them to buy a business, buy a new business, buy existing business, expand your business, get the project funding you need for project expansion, like that. And that's the market we are interested in serving, businesses that have some kind of liquid capital and or assets, and they're ready to start a transaction. Why is there no defamation or lawsuits against your organization? So knock on wood, as a date of this video, there's no defamation or lawsuits against my organization. Awesome, yeah. There's two answers why there isn't any. The corporate answer is because we operate with a high level of integrity. Everything we do is to law firms, on paper, like things like that. That's the corporate answer. The truthful answer is my vision as a CEO hasn't been bold enough, big enough for me to knock some trees down for this to happen. Here's the facts. Here's some facts. If you look at the big brand names in your household, whichever car you drive, a Honda, a Toyota, a Mercedes, or whatever medicines you have, Tylenol, whoever your fridge manufacturer is, whether you use Google, Facebook, look at the big brands of things you consume in your household. Look at the income statement of these big brands. You will notice every one of them, whether it's the car you drive, the medicine you're consuming, the internet, Google, Facebook, or look at their income statements, and you'll notice that litigation is part of their income statement. Litigation is part of their income statement. Fact is that a lot of organizations at some point in your growth, in your maturity of your business, litigation unfortunately is part of it. And when it comes to us, we're ready, willing, and able. But the fact that we don't have it, my truthful answer, not my corporate answer, is because my vision as the CEO hasn't been bold, big enough for me to try to disrupt the world kind of thing. My last question is, we are interested in learning about participating in small cap or alternative to small cap private placement programs. Why would people choose your organization versus alternative options? I would think because we use attorneys, securities attorneys, international attorneys. I think that's probably a big one. Because I'm in a private placement program, have been in a private placement program, I've done buy and sells myself successfully. So I would say the why choose us, experience, expertise, ability to execute. We're not providing providers that have a Gmail, Hotmail, email address like that. We're working with some of the best attorneys out there in having the attorney manage the client's funds, or having the attorney actually run a private placement program, or the attorney representing the clients with platforms we vetted, like things like that. My name is Taimour Zaman. Before I let you go, I just want to say on behalf of my associates, my team, myself, I'm really, really, really grateful for the time you invest in watching our YouTube videos, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Your time and attention are yours to keep, and the fact that you watch our YouTube videos and give us some of your time, I just want to say I'm truly grateful for that. Thank you so much. I look forward to the opportunity of meeting you, and hopefully for the opportunity of also helping you out on a project. Thank you.